let's start the show. Like, guys, we're starting. Okay, guys, I know I say this every week. I say this way too much, but this is the craziest video ever made. Like,
Listen, we've dealt with a lot of mentally ill people on the show.
yeah.
I've dealt with Chaggett's mental illness firsthand, where he was trying to justify having sex with a 13-year-old when he was 18, trying to justify pepper spraying his sister. Just complete disconnection from reality, right? Just total delusion, insanity. I've dealt with Flamenco trying to say he wasn't guilty and trying to say
Okay, move
75%
on, move on, move
didn't
on,
think he was
move
guilty.
on, move
But
on.
listen, we've dealt with a lot of mental illness on the show, but with big tech, it's like a whole other galaxy of mental illness, a complete other detachment from reality. His head is so far up his own ass. Well, not up his own ass. It's up Ethan Ralph's ass.
Like,
He's
guys, when you
tonguing
watch
his
this clip,
sphincter, like.
and we're gonna again, this is only a 2.5 minute clip, but we're gonna pause between every sentence because you guys will not. Oh, and show everyone your shirt, by the way, your new shirt. Look at this
Oh
guy.
yeah, look at this
Look at this.
sexy shirt there.
Look at that. Dollar signs, dice. You have your cards, neon casino themed. Ashton knows where it's at. I like this shirt. But speaking of cool shirts, actually that has nothing to do with it. Yeah, Big Tech's insane. Like, guys, I can't even describe what you're about to watch because it's beyond. First of all, just his face here. Look at this imagery. This is like fucked up.
This is like something you'd find in like a found footage horror movie or like a serial killer,
The
like a
dark
mass
web.
shooter. Yeah, like a mass shooter who like went out and killed 30 people, and this is his manifesto video before. Or like some like psychotic like cult leader Satanist from hell. Like this is what the lighting looks like. And it's like illuminated him, like it's like the light of God has come down to illuminate. He's kind of like William Defoe in The Lighthouse in this kind of, like hark, like that scene, and he just goes off. This is kind of the energy that he's radiating here. But this is fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Okay.
I can't overstate how fucking insane what he's about to say. Like, how complete disconnect. And the thing is, I actually think that he believes this. That's the crazy thing, is the sincerity of his message, like his belief in this message,
Yeah.
how confident he is about it. It's clear he's not trolling, he's not bullshitting.
Or exaggerating or lying. Because, like we watch Ralph a lot, right? And Ralph, a lot of times, he knows that what he's saying is bullshit. But he's just lying to his audience, right? Like, you would agree with that, right? Like, we know Ralph, he'll say something that's, remember when someone brought up like Faith, like Vickers, and then he's like, who? And it's like, Ralph, you don't have to say it like we all know that's bullshit. But what he says here, yeah, like Ashton is completely on the nose here. He says it like it's beyond gospel.
He says this like with the same conviction that you would say the sky is blue, or like anything, like that you exist. Like that's the level of conviction that he has, like with these statements, and what he's about to say, like it's beyond the pale. It's just beyond.
I don't even want to hit play because I know it's gonna like affect the audience negatively for the whole night. That's how
they're
I'm
gonna
resisting.
think like, how is this man allowed to walk the streets free? Like, how is he not in jail for the statements that he's made? Because anybody that's making the statements that you're about to hear here is clearly mentally unwell and needs to be taken to the crisis unit before they harm themselves or others.
Like, even Ralph couldn't respond to this, and it's positive towards Ralph. Even Ralph was like, I'm not gonna touch this. Like, that's how you know it's nuts, when someone's being nice to Ralph, and then Ralph is like, that's kind of too much. Even Ralph thinks this is crazy. All right? That's what he's about to say right now. Okay, shall we? You ready, Ashton?
Let's go.
You strapped in? Let's go, chop! Okay.
Randy Marsh 1 says, if you smoke weed, you're also a true. There's only
So
one
already
person.
it's just this galaxy-brained hot take. All right, fine. Okay, we'll allow that one. All right, let's.
Well, okay, fine. But you could see like the fear in his face for 4 seconds. Watch, and you'll see why. Watch.
If you smoke weed, you're also a true.
Okay, that facial
there it
expression.
is.
He went.
That's
oh
the
no!
realization of who he could be offending with that statement.
Yeah, and chat, you all know who he's about to talk about.
There's only one person in this world who's allowed to smoke weed.
Okay, so weed is a plant that a lot of people smoke, but only one person in the entire world is allowed to smoke weed. Who is this person?
Just look into his eyes here. Just see the mental illness.
Yeah.
Just see the disconnection from reality. He doesn't even know where he is right now. All he knows is that he needs to lick his master's ass.
All right, let's check it.
And it's Ethan Ralph. Because he's a Ralpha male. He's the Ralpha male. Ethan exists on another plane.
Ethan lives on another plane of existence.
I mean, he does in a way live on another plane of existence. He lives on the lol cow plane of existence where his whole life is a fucking Final Destination movie for the audience's enjoyment around the world, and he's like in a torture porn for till the end of time.
Well,
in that way, he is on a different plane of existence, but not in the way big tech understands it. Like, Ethan Ralph exists in a hell of his own creation. That's the plane that he exists within. But big tech, just the way, like the worshipful way that he starts to say this, the reverence, as though he were in the pulpit speaking at church to a congregation. It's the same reverence. When I grew up in the church, and I would go up and do the Lord's table and bless the fruit of the vine and the unleavened bread, the emblems of Christ's sacrifice. It's the same reverence that I would do that with my voice that he's doing for Ethan Ralph, which is insane. Like, Ethan Ralph is his own personal Jesus Christ, his own Messiah. I don't even think Gator went this far. Yeah, I don't even think Gator went this far, bro. Like, this is fucking whacked.
Like, you guys think, oh, Ashton may be exaggerating right now. No. He's about to say something in about 20 seconds that is actually the craziest thing I've ever heard anyone say, if they're saying it seriously. Hang on, my cat wants to step out. 1 second.
This is his life, guys. This is Big Tech's life. He beat his wife and child, went to prison, has to live with his fucking parents, and his whole life is Ethan Ralph.
Okay.
Whole life. Just imagine that your income in life, your status in life, everything in your life depends on Ethan Ralph's success.
Oh my god. Well,
actually, it's like literal, like purgatory hell. It's like every day is like a Groundhog Day of his own creation, where he wakes up and prays to Ethan Ralph. This is a fucking strange, scary world to be in, folks.
It gets more nutty.
Of reality. Ethan.
Wait. Hang on.
On another.
Holy man, he's like, looks like Marshall Applewhite with his eyes there for a second. Like, and they go so wide. Like,
he's getting really like poetic about it now. Watch.
Of reality. Ethan's made of stronger.
You know what? Just real fast. He has a point. He makes a point there. Ralph does live in his own plane of reality because everything he says is delusional and makes no sense to any other human being. It's true. He's right about that.
Everything he says isn't true. So,
shit.
You know, he is in a different.
No, watch what he says here. Watch what he says here.
Of reality. Ethan's made of stronger stuff than you or I.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Stronger stuff than you or I. There's not one of us that can measure up to the Ralph male there, guys. There's not anybody on this planet that's grander or more glorious. Like, you can't even take it to the next level. make a joke out of it because he's at that level. It's as over the top as it can fucking get. There's no way to parody it. It's already at the level of parody. It's fucking beyond.
Because we'll say jokes that sort of like exaggerate, for comedic exaggeration. This is like, I can't think of in fact, he's about to say something crazier somehow than that. Not kidding. Watch.
Ethan he's not a god, but he's made of the same stuff that the gods are made of, if you know what I'm saying.
What the?
I don't know what you're saying.
What does that mean?
The seriousness with which he delivers the statement.
Are you
full conviction? Just look into his eyes, Chad. There's nothing, no like self-awareness there. He's literally praising Ethan Ralph as not being a god, but he's made of the same stuff that the gods are.
Like the atoms of God, basically. Ralph, the convicted sex offender, revenge pornographer, abandoned his first child, not paying his first paying for his first child, abandoning the second child for 2 vacations within a span of a month of his birth. Ethan, burn every bridge, ruin everyone's life. Ralph.
A sex tape where he thumbed Faith Vickers' ass and ate the shit off of it. He ate the shit.
He's like
he's of the stuff the gods are made of. This is where big tech is at. No wonder the Groypers are trying to purge this guy from him. It's like all Nick had to see was see this and be like, I've seen enough. This guy, man, like, banish him back to his parents' trailer. Like, banish him from life. This guy is fucking lost it.
Like, chat's losing their mind. Like, chat, were we kidding? Like, when Ashton told me this, he went, Big Tech's worshiping Ralph as a god. And I'm thinking, okay, that's crazy. I'll watch it. And I watched it and I went, oh, you mean literally? Oh.
Well, Keemstar's in chat. He says Ethan Ralph is Superman's stepbrother. It's the mentally deranged mongoloid stepbrother of Superman. Unfortunately, all the good genetics went to Superman. His brother got all. Like, fortunately.
What's up, Keem? Chat, like, you guys, like, this is insane. It's not like if Ralph was like a male version of Mother Teresa, I'd be like, oh, okay, he's very religious and sort of like...
this would be like, even then it would be laying it on a bit thick. Talk about any like earthly human being in these terms as being made of the same stuff the gods are. Like, it's just blasphemy. Like, any Christian would recognize that as blasphemy and wrong. But apparently this is all cool with the gang over there that says Christ is king. Worship. But this is the thing, as I prophesied earlier in the year, Ethan Ralph has now become the pig god. He didn't become the pig god in Gambia like we thought, where they might worship him as like an entity from Pig Hell or wherever. Oh, he's actually, in Big Tech's mind, become the pig god, the pigsty god, whatever you want to call him.
Ashton, didn't Ralph give some Gambian man $500 to buy a bunch of stuff to film like African videos? What happened to that?
I think he did.
Was it a scam?
It was a scam. He lost all his money. He was scammed.
Oh my god! All right, let's. Thank you so much for that $20.
He goes Apollo, Ares, Zeus, Aphrodite, Hermes, Poseidon, Hera, and Ethan Ralph Artemis. He's on that plane. He's in the Pantheon. We look up and, wow, he's so far beyond us all.
Ashton, imagine heading to church. You know how, and there's like the stained glasses of all the saints and Jesus. Yeah. There's one stained glass of Ethan and Ralph smoking a cigar. Like,
there's one of him on the cross as Pig Jesus. Nails through his hooves.
Him hollering. And so he hollered like Ralph 4:18. I'm gonna find your wife and I'm gonna bend her over. He said.
Thus saith the Ralph, Gospel of Gunt, chapter 4, verse 8. And I will f your wife, Jim, and I'll bend over Quartering's wife too. And when that's done, I'll have my way with Warski's imaginary wife. Hallelujah! Christ is king, says the Gunt.
There's one.
That has been your reading from the Gospel of Gunt.
There's one whole book called Medicare. From the book of Medicare.
Gospel. And his wife was a dirty cam whore slut. Thus saith the Gunt.
Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna watch some more.
You know, we better not give him any ideas, or Ralph's gonna form his own Church of Gunt to avoid paying taxes. He's just got like, I can see this happening. The Church of Gunt forming, and Big Tech comes and worships before him every Tuesday or whatever. Oh, Ralph, we worship you, and then he just doesn't pay taxes. I can see this. But he's going to have to get more than one disciple. He's going to have to try and get Gator back, or... Look, I don't know who he's going to...
There's no one.
There's no one that's as delusional as this. Like, at least the people that, like, are getting gang stalked, like schizophrenics, like, they have the same delusions as other people. But this is like a unique mental illness, a unique form of schizophrenia that no one else has on Earth.
Wait,
it's guntifrenia, bro.
If you're still in chat, dude, did you see the 3 hours of Ralph pleading with me to not fight? 3 hours. He's like, I don't think you should do this, Warski. Like, now he's trying to give me friendly advice. Bro, this is what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm made for. Anyway, all right, here we go. Boy, we weren't lying about this clip, by the way. Were we, folks? No.
Well, Beardson's got his work cut out for him to be more delusional than this. I'm just saying.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that one.
I think it is a competition.
Okay. Is it? All right. I haven't seen that,
it's
so that would be
in a different way.
Okay.
Ethan is... He's not a god, but he's...
He was about to say Ethan is a god, but then he's like, oh, wait, America first. They'll crucify me. Yeah. So I'm not going to say that. Pardon the pun.
Made of the same stuff that the gods are made of, if you know what I'm saying.
I'd kill to see his chat right now, by the way.
He's what they called in times of old a great man of legend.
Help him. Somebody get him his meds.
Yeah, someone help this man.
This man, his medication. Keemstar needs to call in a 5150, like, crisis check. Somebody has to. Somebody help this man.
This is scary.
A great man of legend. Alexander the Great. Julius Caesar. Ethan Oliver Ralph. The same pantheon of great legends that inspired the world. Leonidas at Thermopylae pales in comparison. His brave 300, the legions of the Ralphamale and his Gunt Guard. Gunt Guard has fewer than 300 and yet fights the whole world. Leonidas, like...
You're killing
Leonidas,
me today,
come on, bud. Leonidas, be ashamed. Go stand in the corner there with your dunce cap, Leonidas. Sorry to say, the Ralphamale and his Gunt Guard have put the mighty 300 to shame.
You're actually killing me today, bro.
They will fight in the shade that the Gunt Guard provides.
Holy oh my god, this is so funny. I'll read donos in a sec, guys. Holy shit, this is killing me, bro.
A man of great renown.
Of great renown. Like, his reputation is so impeccable. So glorious. It's like George Washington never told a lie. Abraham Lincoln. Ethan Ralph. Up there with the most renowned moral character. I mean...
I'm crying, dude. I'm crying. What is happening, dude? Okay. Okay.
a giant among mere mortals.
I can't do this. This is
standing on the shoulders of giants, like, you know, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein stood upon his shoulders, like Stephen Hawking today stands upon the shoulders of Ethan Ralph, Richard Dawkins, all the great, you know, scientists, theologians, philosophers of our age. They all stand upon the shoulders of Ethan Ralph. I mean, it's beyond parody. Like, I can't even take it to a higher level than what he said. Like, I'm trying, but it's just beyond. The guy has lost his marbles. He's lost the plot. He needs meds. Like,
this is so ridiculous to what's going on.
So if Ethan wants to smoke weed, I mean, really, that's what it's there for. It's for a man like him.
So weed was made for Ralph. The plant that literally, like,
the creator of the universe, God himself, when he designed the world in 6 days, on the 6th day he made marijuana for Ethan Ralph. He foresaw, one day I will create something above and beyond any of my other creations. One day there will be a man that needs this because he's too badass and cool without it. That's what God was thinking to himself when he crafted marijuana on the 6th day. That's what this man believes, earnestly in his heart. And I don't know, man. We need to get this guy off whatever drugs he's on right now. We need to get him. Maybe he needs to smoke weed. Maybe that's the solution. Maybe he's just like lost his mind, and maybe the weed will settle him down. I don't know.
This is actually the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
This is like the ultimate poster child for why you should smoke weed, you know? This is like the ultimate PSA for smoking weed. It's like, hey kids, do you want to be like this crazy guy who says not to smoke weed? Shit, no, get me that joint, Captain. Oh, jeez.
This is
Praise be.
How are we we're only halfway done this. Holy shit. Okay.
A man with a constitution, something beyond what you and I can really even comprehend.
A constitution beyond what we can comprehend. What does that make Dan? What does that make Dan then in Portugal? Like, does it make him Hercules? Does it make, like, is he Zeus now because he fell to God and put his thumb in his mouth? And, like, put Ralph's diaper upon the sidewalk in Portugal? Like,
holy
Like, that plant itself is, I mean, if you look into the nature of that plant, it's sort of otherworldly, even in
so funny
in its form, let alone in the thing that it produces from it. It's like a plant from another dimension. It's like from an alien planet.
listen, dude, this is weed.
buddy.
This isn't salvia. This isn't magic mushrooms. This isn't LSD. This isn't what's the one that comes from cactus?
A peyote.
Peyote. This isn't any of those things, bro. This is marijuana. You know that. You're talking about a drug that doesn't really cause hallucinations or anything like that. Like calm down there, buddy.
I got Signal Boot is in chat there for a small dono saying, bro, you're pausing it too much. He says, figure it out. No, Signal Boot, you figure it out, dude. This is amazing.
Figure it out, dude.
You're gonna need to figure it out, dude. Sorry, Signal Boot. Love you, bud, but figure it out, dude. This is amazing. I'm not.
And you know, most people don't have a nervous system and a psychology that's, you know, suitable or.
Have you seen what Ralph has done? Psychology. Ralph is the most unhinged, crazy fucker who's delusional ever, I would say. On the internet, at least. He's maybe like same level as Chris Chan at this point.
I mean, yeah, there's like Chris Chan. I don't know who else is in that same category of madness.
Ralph and that diaper guy Diaper Chew, that weird. Remember that? And the furry who the dog. Well, I don't even remember the name of the person. Cecil did a video on that person.
Kiro?
Kiro,
Even
yeah.
able to withstand the effects without becoming gay.
Have you seen? Wait, first of all, have you seen
What Ralph says on a daily basis? He's certainly the first one. The second one, the jury's out. The jury's out. I mean, I don't know. He might
But
be
for
gay for
Ethan-
Milo. He used to call him Master
Yeah.
Milo.
It's just it's an enhancement. It just puts a flourish.
Only on Ralph.
It's like a
You
nice
big tech.
polish
Big
or
Tech, you're a fucking. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. That's such a fucking. Like,
The
no,
shape
seriously,
of his
all
skull,
jokes
too.
and laughing aside, Big Tech, it enhances only Ralph in the world. You're literally you're dumber than Ralph. Folks, we found him. We found someone more than Ethan Ralph.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got
You know,
him.
like, look at the shape of his skull. Like, this guy's like a Marvel villain, man. Like, this guy's like auditioning for the role of Doctor Doom or some shit.
Oh, the Ant-Man
Like,
villain.
Yeah, whatever. Like, this guy is like a Hollywood fucking villain. The way he looks, like,
The way he's talking and poetic, and like trying to throw in some Joker in there with some like, you know,
Professor Moriarty shit up in here, but just twisted and like,
Yeah.
put a wax
Whoops.
on the paint job of his mind.
This is fucking.
For you and I, it's too much. It's too abrasive. For him,
Buddy, I've stopped smoking weed because of the working out, but I was doing it when I was weightlifting or for the boxing. I mean, when I was weightlifting, I could smoke weed and fucking like lift like fucking like beat PRs and do crazy shit like run for miles. And for him, apparently, he smokes one joint and he loses his sanity. I mean, I can assume it does make him go more insane because if it makes him worse than this, that's nuts. If this is him sober, this is. I hope he's high here for his sake.
shudder to think what he'd be
I
like
don't know.
without
Oh,
He's
God.
on
Oh,
some
this last
crazy
line.
pills.
him.
This last line.
Shudder to think what he'd be like without it.
I shudder to think what Ralph would be like without weed.
Listen.
Whoa.
Let's, Andy, just play this again, and we're just not going to interrupt it. Just play this whole thing again. Like, people need to see if you just joined or if the pausing. See in one.
Okay, in one
take.
go, and then we'll read donos after that. Okay, guys. I know
And
we
then-
paused. We had to pause because this is the craziest video we've ever played on the show. I think, like out of 23 episodes.
I know we say that a lot, but this is really up there,
Yeah.
like, for real.
Okay, we'll play it
Um,
now.
And,
All right, Signal
and then
Blue. I hope you're happy. We're gonna play it from start.
We're
to
gonna
finish.
compare it with Beardson's. Beardson has two insane delusional takes to compare this to.
All right, beautiful.
All right, let's play this.
Randy Marsh 1 says, if you smoke weed, you're also a too. True. There's only one person in this world who's allowed to smoke weed, and it's Ethan Ralph, because he's a alpha male. He's the alpha male. Ethan exists on another plane of reality. Ethan's made of stronger stuff than you or I. Ethan is... He's not a god, but he's made of the same stuff that the gods are made of, if you know what I'm saying. He's what they called in times of old a great man of legend, a man of great renown, a giant among mere mortals. So if Ethan wants to smoke weed, I mean, really, that's what it's there for. It's for a man like him. A man with a constitution, something beyond what you and I can really even comprehend. Like that plant itself is, I mean, if you look into the nature of that plant, it's sort of otherworldly, even in its form, let alone in the thing that it produces from it. It's like a plant from another dimension. It's like from an alien planet. And, you know, most people don't have a nervous system and a psychology that's, you know, suitable or even able to withstand the effects without becoming gay. But for Ethan, it just is, it's an enhancement. It just puts a flourish. It's like a nice polish or coat of wax on the paint job of his mind. For you and I, it's too much. It's too abrasive. For him, shudder to think what he'd be like without it.
Okay, that's just amazing.